What is going on, guys? This is Joe Young coming at you another video today. Today I finally get to update you guys on my Starlight Pleco breeding project. So last time you guys saw this tank, it was bare bottom obviously, and I had a bunch of baby Starlight Plecos in the tank. And actually the babies have grown a lot actually. I don't know if I can spot some of them here. So a couple of these bigger ones, I actually bought some wild caught ones as well that were just slightly bigger. They're probably around like 2 inches. So they're a lot bigger. Let me see if I can try to zoom in and get some shots here. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but the one right under that log right there, that was actually one of the babies that I gotten. And to kind of give you guys a comparison size of what he was like or what she was like, was about half the size of that Pleco right now. So it almost like literally doubled in size, and it actually bulked really well. So I'm really happy with the growth. Obviously, because they were fry, I did lose a couple of them. Just, you know, that's just normal in terms of getting them that size, or just even trying to raise fries, is a lot of them will just die off just randomly. And then this one here, right here, that's next to the driftwood, that guy right there, or her, I can't really tell, is one of the wild caught ones that I bought that are slightly bigger, basically almost double the size of my current little ones that I'm growing out. So in order to start breeding basically any bristlenose, you know, species, you have to get them to about 3 inches, 3.5-ish, and the males will start developing their actual bristlenose. We're gonna determine like the males and females, and then that way you can actually, you know, go ahead and try to breed them. In my other videos, you guys got a glimpse of them already, eating kind of different various foods for plecos. I made that top 5 alternative foods for plecos, and these guys were in there, and you know, so far so good. You know, even though they're wild caught, they've actually taken, you know, every kind of vegetable I throw in here, you know, even wafers, flakes. So they're eating really well, and they're pooping a lot. Let me show you guys what I mean by that. As you can see here, the floor is just scattered with poop, and the sad part is today was actually the water change day, and I actually did 50% water change, you know, siphoning all the ground up, and this is what just one day worth of poop looks like so far, and not even a full day. It's like half a day. Alright, so I couldn't give you guys an update on this really just because it was cram-packed initially with just plants from my 125 that I tore down. I was trying to get my other tanks going, my 2 new ones that are finally going right now, jam-packed with just plants. I had all the cardinal tetras in here. I had basically all the plecos that I had. All the fish from the 125 were just kind of jam-packed in here, and they were just kind of like housing in here. And I kind of did like multiple water changes to kind of keep up with the bio load, but really this tank was just overstocked with just randomness, so I couldn't really give you a specific update because there was just stuff everywhere. But finally I can give you a really good update. I did put in a new kind of cave here. This is one of those cave that kind of gets pinched off at the end here. It's a little bit bigger, but bristlenose plecos kind of get pretty big, so I figured, you know, get that. The only other size they had was really small, and those are kind of like for zebras or even smaller plecos, so I was like, we'll try these. So I have, you know, three caves in here, even though, you know, they're not in breeding size, but you know, you never know, they may like the cave, they may not like it. The only other guy that I kept in here was SAE. I couldn't really figure out where I want to put him. In the 2 new tanks, he doesn't really fit in there in terms of like the species I want to put in there, the plants I want to grow, because this dude really eats everything and really tears down like any like vegetation. So if I put him in these other tanks, he'll just probably wipe it out. And plus he kind of like dashes around a lot, so he'll kind of just mess everything up. So for now he's gonna be in here, and I figured, you know, he'll just chill in here with the plecos and eat, you know, whatever he wants to eat vegetarian wise in here. So here's a pretty cool shot. We got the wild caught one up top here, and then the tank raised ones are on the bottom here, little baby ones that I got originally. So you can kind of see the size comparison there. And that's about a 2.5-2 inch one, and the little baby is probably about 1.5 ish in size. So the baby's still got, you know, some growing to do. Most likely the wild caught ones will probably get to adult size a lot faster, but The rate that they're eating right now, they're eating so fast and so much that I'm pretty sure those babies will catch up in no time. Other than that, you know, I put in more driftwood in the tank so that, you know, the plecos can kind of munch on the driftwood. I think they munch on the driftwood. If not, it's something for them to kind of latch on, graze on if they want to. And then at the very top here is all my kind of leftover plants that I didn't really integrate into the new tanks. And a lot of them are just kind of here because maybe, you know, in the future I kind of want to try them again or kind of want to use them. And actually it serves a really good purpose for this tank because plecos, any plecos, they kind of like a darker environment, and as you can see, it makes the floor a lot darker, so they're actually out a lot more versus if this was full blast and light. So the plants up there also helps with the nitrates that are in the tank. It's just going to help drain those as well. All right, so we're moving down to the sump here. I cleaned up the sump. I was trying to grow some seedlings here, these pots, as you can see, these holes or these leftover residue holes here. None of them really grew, and it's been there for a while, so I kind of took them out, made it kind of bare bottom again. Only thing I kept here was moss, and that moss is actually gaining some algae here. But that one little snail here has been eating a lot of algae, so that snail is really happy. I ended up moving the one beta in the other tank that was split into this tank, so he has a lot more room to grow. Again, I'm trying a little something different here. I'm doing some immersed growth on top. I only have one little guy, but hopefully similar to the other tank where it'll grow immersed and it'll take over this whole thing and help with the nitrates and stuff like that in the tank as well. Alright guys, so that's the update on the tank. No breeding activity yet. They're not big enough, obviously. I am going to continue to try to grow these guys, do more water changes, feed them a lot more, and then maybe in a couple months we'll kind of, you know, see where they're at in terms of size, and hopefully I can determine some males and females here. I think this one here may form into a male because the whiskers on these guys is a lot bigger than the other wild caught ones I have, so maybe that will be a male. And I think I have 2 females and 2 males in this tank. In terms of the wild caught, I did have 5, but the 5th one kind of just randomly died on me a couple weeks in terms of quarantining. Alright guys, and that's the update on the tank. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below, and until next time guys, peace.